And we're back. Issue number 3. Is your wife's tragic flaw that she will turn into your mother-in-law? Will that great piece of ass turn into the old battle axe? A survey of 2,000 men sponsored by Foster's Beer found that more than 1 in 10 men fear their better half will turn into her mother. Relationship expert Joan Barnett said, hang on, let me get into character here. Let's see here. There is a saying that if you want to know what your girlfriend will look like, then you meet her mother. And to the large extent, that's true. If you're after a nice, slim, fit lady, but her mom's a beast, then there's a good chance she might go that way too. Having said that, women nowadays take better care of themselves, a lot better, and they did a generation ago, so it's not always the case. Now, a spokesman for Foster's Beer said, the evidence that British blokes are spending far too much time stressing about women. He wanted to encourage them to instead to take a more laid-back approach and live for the moment, presumably with a six-pack of their potent potable. But you know who's not stressing out about this? This guy.
I had no idea you were on viral video, James.
Scott, what did I tell you about substituting your home videos for the videos for the show?
You told me not to do it, but I couldn't resist.
All right.
I was so excited. Look at me. I was so happy.
Okay, let's see
The day
here.
before I got married.
Single, divorced, married. So I'm going to go to you, Scott.
How do you do it?
So, Scott, do you buy this?
Did I buy what?
Do you buy this? Is that your main worry as a married man?
Well, I wouldn't say it's my main worry. It's up there, but I wouldn't say it's a main worry. See, here's the issue. You got to understand, Jim, is that, you see, usually you watch a woman's mother treat their father horribly. In this case, my wife's mother and father were divorced, so I didn't get to see that. So I have absolutely no idea what the hell I've got myself into. I have no idea what's going to happen to me. I could wind up fine. I could be screwed. At the end of the day, I'm sure you'll make fun of it.
Okay, so you've met your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay, what does she look like?
She's pretty, she's blonde, she's very attractive, she's very attractive. But, sometimes it's not so much the rapping as it is the noise that it makes, if you know what I'm saying.
No, actually I don't, but I'm going to go to Teresa. Teresa, you buying this study?
Yes, but quite frankly, when my future husband, when he meets my mom, then he won't have any worries. My mom's pretty
Or
hot.
testicles.
No.
And she won't have any worries either.
Actually, I think whoever the lucky man that marries Teresa when he meets your mom will actually have it in a sack, right? next to the engagement ring, right?
She'll have it in her sack.
There you go.
I think something that's missing from the equation is that us men are going to be fat, bald, old, lazy, couch potatoes. So
AKA distinguished.
Yeah.
No.
Want to kind of fit in to match.
We'll be dead sooner.
Okay.
We'll be dead sooner.
And
So then they can move on
to
the what is it? The MILF, the
Pool boy?
boy toy?
Like like a cub, I think it's called or something.
Oh,
Yeah, James.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
the
yeah.
term.
All right, so Rusty, same question. You've been married like however many times, and you've met however many mother-in-laws. How were they all? Did they all look alike? Were they all hot? Were they all ugly? Did they vary?
Well, I don't know when they were younger, but by the time I saw them, they were pretty much just money-grubbing old whores.
Wait a minute, your mother-in-laws or
Yeah.
the woman you married? Or both?
No, my wife was wonderful. Who knows? We're not together now, so who knows what she will become. But she was wonderful. But her mother, oh my gosh. I would have rather hugged a public urinal.
Oh, there you go. Scott is right here. No.
Hey, buddy, you hug me, she'll be taking your testicles home, that's for sure.
James, you've had a few mother-in-laws in your life. What about you?
Well, no. They were all very, very nice. So what happened?
What did they look like? What did they look like? I'm not asking what they were like and what they looked like.
Well, the Father Time had his way with them, but other than that,
Well, I think there's two different looks you're going for. They were your mother-in-law, then became your father-in-law. So how did that work out?
Ooh, that's interesting.
in another country. That's how it works out.
All right, let's go to issue number 4. Does it take 2 to tango, but 3 to mangle?
Two people can learn to cooperate with each other without communication or any conscious intervention to cooperate. But this process breaks down in groups of 3 or more. A study from the University of Leicester School of Psychology and Department of Economics, I hope I pronounced that right, explains that how people learn to cooperate without ever knowing what they're interacting with each other. While in larger groups, explicit communication is needed to coordinate actions. The researchers conducted a series of laboratory experiments with groups of varying sizes. Experimental participants received financial gains or losses after pressing one of 2 buttons on a computer, unaware that the outcome depended not on their own choice, but on the choice of their neighbor. It turned out that after many repetitions of the game, gains gradually exceeded losses in the groups of 2, but not in 3-person groups or larger groups. The upshot is married couples or business partners may rely on this intuitive cooperation, but if you add a 3rd person, then you need explicit communication and planning. Now, in a new wrinkle, we have 2 videos to illustrate this concept, but I'll let the panelists pick which one they think is the more effective. Let's go to the first video. All right, now we have the first video. I think they're winding up the second video, so so you guys have the first video in mind? Second video.
Oh, Lord.
Wow, that guy's getting owned.
Cat is...
Okay,
No, it's
so
a dog.
Teresa, I'm going to, you get the first vote. Which video do you think is more illustrative of this concept? Video 1 or video 2?
Video, I would say video 2.
Dog and cat love? Okay,
Right.
James, what about you?
Video 1, video 2 is just a little too disturbing.
Okay, we're split at 1-1. Rusty.
It looked like teamwork in video 2, but I really think the animal kingdom needs to practice up on the concept of leapfrog.
All right, so you're voting for video 2?
Yeah.
So 2 for 2, 1 for 1. How about you, Scott?
I'm highly offended you would put James's bedroom activities on here in video 2. That's just so horrible. How could you do that to him? You totally degrade him.
You're avoiding the question there.
Well, the question, ultimately, the answer is I have to say video 2 because you guys are having a good time.
All right. So 3-1. Video number 2 is more indicative of intuitive cooperation. All right. So let's see here. I'll go start with you, Rusty. Do you buy the conclusion of this study?
Well, I wouldn't say I buy it because that kind of dictates a financial investment, so I'm not going to do that. But that first video, I didn't even quite understand it, so I don't know how it ties into the study. What was riding what there?
The monkey's riding the pig.
Oh, it's a pig. Okay, I thought it was a chihuahua, and that had me confused. Now I understand.
Scott, why were you running so fast?
I had no idea what that monkey wanted to do to me. I had no idea what that monkey wanted to do to me. I wanted to keep my starfish intact, son.
Well, hey, what can I say? Teresa, if this study is true that intuitive cooperation works, why do you think so many marriages fail?
Ooh, good question. Well, as they were saying, if they introduce a 3rd person, then the intuitive cooperation thing gets all messed up. So in large part of failed marriages, perhaps there was a 3rd person.
Yeah. So do you think this
Who kind of messed it up, right?
An intelligent
The mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law.
you taking notes on how to do this?
My God, why did you go highbrow on us?
Wow.
So then, do you think that's why polygamy or bigamy is illegal in so many states in this country?
Well, quite possibly. I mean, it's all about the children, right? If there's a marriage and there's more than one wife or husband, like I said, it disrupts the harmonious discord, and it's a bad home for the children. It's all about the children.
All right, I'll ask the 2 divorced guys. You buy that?
No.
You be one-on-one, it's still bad, right? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No. I think actually it's there's some truth in that. So if you have, communication with 3 people, then obviously you're not having much communication with 2 people. I don't know.
All right, we got to go. So All right, so how does it feel to defeat the champion in every weight classification in the UFC, only to be disqualified from holding any titles because you're too pretty? Teresa Condon tells us of the pain she suffered from being too pretty for an ugly world after our next break.